So, just for the record, for legal purposes, does everyone here agree to record this call?
Sure.
Yeah.
Anyone
Yes,
against?
if I look good, why not?
Anyone against?
I know I'm good with you.
Okay, I'll consider that consent. So, okay, we're being recorded right now. So go ahead, Cody.
Great attention to detail, man. All right, I'm going to. I want to stop. I'm gonna see if I can share my screen here. Share screen. Hold on. You guys can see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So, Govinder, I'm sorry, is that your name, Govinder?
Yeah, Govinda, yes.
Okay, yeah. So this is a little bit different than a Mecca's call. This is, we're just students ourselves, so we don't really how Mecca has like a theme and a topic for each call and kind of goes through like some sort of like high-level lesson plan. We don't really do that so much. Our goals here are kind of like to check in with each other, help each other out, ask questions. So we generally have like kind of a loose agenda here, where we check in, kind of go through what our statuses are, kind of check in with everybody, see how we're doing, see how our books are selling, bring up any problems that we have or any questions that we have. And I think a lot of the values in like kind of the group knowledge, you might be stuck on something, but somebody might have a suggestion or a tip. So I like to keep notes. I've got a few notes from last time we were talking about lead magnets and review swaps. And then if you want something we did before, if you guys would like to do again, we can. We had some, we listed out our previous books, or not previous books, previous goals for where we wanted to be next week. So we can do that again if you guys want. What do you guys think?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. Cool. All right, so let's start off then with the status, if you guys are cool with that. So I'll go ahead and start. So I'm pretty excited because I just got back my final formatted, completely done book from Urban Writers today, which is nice. Awesome. So they sent in the revisions last week, and then I actually went through. I remember we were talking on the last call. I was going to hire an editor to go through it and kind of give it a once-over. So what I actually did is I went on to Upwork and posted a job, and I tried just posting for $50 to see if there was someone who would bite. And I got a lot of people that applied to it or posted offers to it. Most of them had zero editing experience, but there's this one lady in California who had over 20,000 earned on Upwork with a 99% positive feedback score. Wow. And she's in the United States, and she's like, yeah, I'll do it for $50. It was awesome. So I sent her that thing. She went through my book in 2 days, just made a bunch of changes, and she's like, it's actually really good. So I had her do that, and then I sent it back to Urban Writers to get it formatted for both Kindle and for print. And they got me the Kindle one right away, but the print one, they didn't get me until this morning. So now that I've got that, they know how many pages are going to be. I should get my cover design, and I'm hoping that I can actually get the book finally published this weekend. So.
Oh, nice! The long-awaited, the publishing release date.
Is that book one?
That's book one, dude. That's book one. That's the one I ordered in December 8th or whenever.
That long, huh?
Yeah, because it took them a long time to do the revision and everything like that. And I mean, I didn't get my book until January something or other, and then it took them a month to do the revision and everything, and then they only did half the revision at first, and I was like, you guys literally stopped halfway through the book and didn't touch the second half at all, and then it just took a while. Everything took longer than I expected, so that was kind of a bummer. But hopefully now I should be able. Nothing else will get in my way. I got my website. I bought my domain. So I've got everything set up with the lead magnet, and I inserted it into the book, which is great. So I'm excited to actually publish it and set it live this weekend. And just to refresh from what we talked about last time, I'm going to start off with Jonah. You sent me that the VA. I'm going to contact her. $25 for 20 reviews. And that's all I have to pay her, right? It's just $25.
Well, $25 is for the gift card, so that she can buy 20 99-cent books, and then after that, So that's like the first charge that you send to her.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next charge is like however many reviews you want. So it's like 20 reviews. So let's say you get 20 reviews. So she charges $2 per review. So you have to pay her $40 after she's done with it.
Mm.
So in
Okay.
total, it would be 65 reviews.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, $65. I mean, yeah,
$65 total. Okay.
yeah, $65 total. But just let her know like the exact number that you want, like for reviews, because like through my experience, she gave extra reviews,
Mm-hmm.
or she offered to give me extra reviews.
Yeah. It's free of charge though.
Okay. I mean, if she offers it, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Basically, my plan is I'm going to do this until I get my 20 or so reviews from her, and that's going to be at 99 cents. After that, I'm going to bump the price up to $2.99 and then put it on the free promo for 5 days. And then in that time, I'll be getting my AMS ready and like watching the accelerator videos and stuff on that, so I can do that. That's kind of my plan. So. Okay, and that's similar to what all you guys did, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah. So that's me. That's where I'm at. Anyone else want to go next?
Go ahead, Jonah.
Huh?
Or Josh or whoever wants.
I thought you said my name for a second.
Yeah. I said
Oh,
Jonah.
I mean, I can go. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So, just working on the AMS. So far, my campaigns haven't really been generating a lot of clicks. I don't know if you guys had experienced that also, but like usually, like, what's the bid that you guys put yours at?
25.
Cents. Oh, you did 25.
Oh, 25? Oh,
That's
okay, yeah. Because I've been having it. I had it at 12 cents, like
No.
based on the Marcos course, but
No.
then I moved it up to 15, and still it's not really getting any.
Start at
like,
25.
clicks.
Start at 25.
Okay, yeah. So it looks like I'm gonna have to move it up to 25 because I haven't really been getting any sales or any. I've been getting like 10 clicks for a total of like 1 week of campaigns. So it's still pretty slow, but I'm just still playing around with the AMS. And then now I'm working on my second book, and then gonna send the outline for the third book.
You're working on the. What do you mean you're working on the second book?
Oh, like the second book is like just preparing the covers and writing the book descriptions and just getting ready to publish that pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully I get the AMS thing figured out. And then I've been trying to apply for AMS UK, and it's just been a back and forth process between like emailing customer service and them asking me to do stuff, and then there's just a lot of back and forth with that.
Mm-hmm. And you're getting ready to order your third book?
Yeah. So I'm just getting the outline ready, and then I'm gonna send it in hopefully like by the end of this week.
Nice. And are those all in the same niche? I forget.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, I just finished writing my book description too. Like I had some time on it, but I actually went through all these 1-hour book description course and wrote it. I ended up with like a lot of bullet points. I know he says to do like 12 or over.
8.
Uh-huh.
Minimum.
At least 8, but ideally 12 or over, right?
Mm-hmm.
I ended up with like 21 or 22.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, but the problem I found is kind of like with my content too, like because I noticed that like most of my bullets were coming out of like one section of my book where all the good info was.
Mhm.
And my girlfriend read it, and she's like, yeah, you should really have some bullets from some other parts of the book.
So about that, this is my strategy for book descriptions. So I write the book descriptions first, and that's what I turn into urban writers. I'm like, okay, I want you to, like deliver what I promised here on my book description.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I tell them. Like,
Oh yeah, I think Ollie like recommended that also in the
that way you're not lying. Like, you're not hyping your book. Like, your book delivers what you promised, basically.
I'm a little confused by that because in his 1 hour book descriptions course, like he has that lesson where he goes through the copy of his book and like says, okay, here's what it says. Like his book says that painting your kitchen white can result in on average a lower offer on your house for up to $1,400. So then he's like, how do I write a bullet out of this? And then I go and write, okay, the fatal color that you don't want to paint your house that'll kill your offer or whatever. So he's like looking at the content, seeing what's in the content, and then trying to build curiosity around it. Yeah. So that, but like if you don't know what's in your book, you're just, how do you write those bullets? You just like stuff you hope is in there?
That's why I'm doing it in reverse. That's why I do my description first. Like, how you do competitor research, right? You research the comments, you research forums, and then you see what people, what the pain points are. And then you make like a book description based on those pain points. And then once I'm done with the book description, that's what I turn into the UW,
Got it. Yeah, because a lot of my bullet points are like, 6 strategies for doing this or something for doing this or the one thing you can buy that does this, and I'm just taking all the content from my book, trying to turn it into bullets.
Yeah, it works too.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it works out for me. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm in a pretty competitive niche. So I noticed that since I originally bought my book, at least 1 or 2 other books have been published like in mid to late January in my same niche. That that weren't there when I first bought it. So
that's the book you showed us the title to, right?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Don't worry, we're in the same niche.
similar, not the exact same niche. At least maybe same niche but different keywords.
Like area.
Yeah, same niche but different keywords probably. So yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. How's everything going for you, Jonah?
Oh, me? Okay. Here, let me share my screen. So I've been coordinating with my VA right now. How I have an assistant. So this is we set up a 15-day plan because I'm writing my books now. So let's see here. It's I guess it's loading. Let me see. Damn, this computer. Okay, it's okay. Okay, here, see? Like it's a 15-day plan for what we do each day. So she does keyword research first, and then I pick a title here and all that, and then third party. So it's basically just a checklist, a process checklist for 15 days.
So you're doing this in a Google Sheet. Weren't you talking about Process Street before?
Yeah, I was, but the thing is, you need the paid subscription for like to be able to like coordinate.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't go with that. Like, you're supposed to assign, like, for example, Process Street. For example, we were working together, right? If you do your part, then it goes to, like, for example, there's a part that you have to do it, and after you do it, it goes to my part. Like, you have to have the paid subscription to have that. Like, now it's just a simple checklist like this. So I'm like, okay, we might as well do this.
So what's the difference in the colors on here? Like, what is the red, the blue, and the yellow?
This is Karen's, so my assistant's part.
Oh,
and then this is my part, the blue, and the yellow is third party, like book formatting, table of contents, book cover design, ordering, ACX production. So see how there's 10 days of book writing, and then she has 10 days of content research, and then she has social secondary tasks. Social media, so that way we can sync with each other,
Yeah, seems like a little confusing to me to look at because I'm not sure if like the items that are on the same row are supposed to be done at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, she starts keyword research, right?
Mm-hmm.
So and then the next day, sorry. And then the next day, she's supposed to do a keyword profitability checks, right? She checks for, keyword profitability. And then she creates potential titles for me, right? And then we do a meeting. That's why it's in white. That's when we do meetings. And then that's when I pick a title. And then, see that there's title there. So, and then the next day she does book content research, I work on the subtitle and the description. And then here she does another book content research, and that's the only time I start book writing. So like it's a flow. It sort of flows. Like she does a different thing, and then I do a different thing, and in the end, like for her, the 15th day is AMS ad research. For me, it's still book writing. And then while I'm still writing it, she starts keyword research again while I'm editing and proofreading. And then while she's doing keyword profitability checks, I'm finalizing the previous book. Right?
Nice.
And then I order the book formatting and table of contents. And then we meet the next day for, again, titles. And then the cycle goes around again,
Wow. And so when you check these off, it doesn't like eliminate it. It just marks as checked. And then you just uncheck them all when you start over again, or?
This is a template. So what we're doing is per book. I have folders for each book. Like I'm pretty organized that way, I think. And then we'll put it in that folder. Like we'll copy this template into that folder, and then that's the process for that book.
Nice.
So
that's pretty cool, man.
So 15 days per book.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
nice.
pretty ambitious right now. I'm not sure we can make it, but it's better to have high goals than to set low goals.
Is that your girlfriend?
Yes. Sorry about that. She's my computer wallpapers. Sorry about that.
No worries, dude.
Hangouts is missing now. I can't find it. Wait. Oh, there we go. Okay, so let's see here. Am I done sharing? Okay. So for my books, ACX is it's supposed to be released today, but for some reason I haven't gotten the email. So I guess there's some delays. So by the way, ACX tip, like it's usually better to go with like the new people, like new voice talents, new producers, because you can bargain with them. Like if you take the people with like experience, like they're gonna try to charge you more. At least that's my experience.
How much have you been paying for the ACX? Like, are you?
I just my mistake was automatically bid 50. Like that was my mistake. Like I think you should start lower. Like maybe start at 25 if it's a new person. Start lower than 50 definitely. Yeah, start with maybe 30. And then that way you have space to like move up. Instead of starting with 50 and then like it's gonna start going up, and then and it's gonna take a while. Like the process is grueling. Like the review process took 2 weeks for me. Like after they're done reviewing, then it's gonna they're gonna review the book. If assuming that there's nothing wrong with it, it takes at least 2 weeks at least. So mine took 2 weeks.
Does anybody have anything on ACX right now?
Yeah, I got stuff on ACX right now.
Oh, really? Live?
Yeah.
Yeah, live, like in awesome. The Audible.
How are sales going?
I sold 95 audiobooks so far.
Wow.
My first book was live January 24th. That one sold 19. My second book was live January 29th, and that one sold 76
that
copies.
That is awesome. Wow. How much did you make? How much do you make per book?
It doesn't say anything in the earnings report yet. It's not like KDP where it tells you that information in the user interface. This ACX, I don't know exactly how to see your royalties.
I see.
How does that compare to your KDP sales?
KDP sales have been steady lately. Let me see. In the last, KDP sales doesn't tell me like the total amount of sales like ACX does at the top. It'll tell me like 95. Mm-hmm. With KDP, I gotta add every little bar like together to get the total sales.
I'm just trying to figure out like what percentage of your total revenue is coming from KDP versus ACX.
Yeah, I'm curious about that too. But in KDP, it tells you your royalty and your dollar amount. So for Amazon.com, with 2 books, I have a total royalty in the past 30 days $470.28.
Dude, that's awesome.
Dude, that's awesome.
Nice.
It's really
I
good.
feel like I'm just getting lucky right now. This is like beginner's luck or something. But
Really good.
so I'm releasing books. I have Urban Writers writing books 3 and 4 for me, and I'm writing book 5. So I'm curious, John, since you're also writing your book,
Yeah.
are you gonna hire somebody to proofread it or something, or
No.
no? Okay.
I'll do it myself. I mean, it's my own writing. Like if I can't read it cover to cover, then it means it sucks, right? Because like I should be able to read it.
I mean, I'd highly recommend maybe getting somebody to do it. Actually, I mean, if you're not going to write it, you're not going to pay someone to write it. You don't have the cost of hiring urban writers to do that. You could spend $50 to $100 and get a professional editor to take a look at it and kind of correct grammar mistakes.
That actually makes sense.
Especially because like you might not understand the grammar mistakes that you made, right? Or you might not pick up on a word that's spelled wrong or something like that. And they'll pick all that stuff out for you. So.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'll consider that.
Yeah. I was gonna hire an editor, Cody, and I don't know where. I probably have to look for somebody on Fiverr or something. I'm guessing. I don't know.
Well, I did Upwork, and I was really happy with the lady I worked with. She's not super sociable. Like I tried to do a phone call with her because like when I'm hiring somebody for this sort of stuff, I want to make sure that they are who they say they are, that they're like a native English speaker, and I could tell that in a 5-minute phone call. She didn't want to do that with me at all. She's like, no, I don't do phone calls. You should maybe try somebody else if you need a phone call. I just do editing. I'm like, okay, but she has 99% feedback and over 20K earned, and her rate was only $5 an hour. And I'm like, okay.
Well,
How much did you pay total?
I paid her. So I posted the job for $50, and she did it in 2 days, and she made like over 100, like it was like 100 and something like corrections into my book, and she actually only asked me to pay 40. So
Awesome. Can you share the link?
I got a $10 refund from her, which was pretty awesome. So
Okay, I'm gonna ask you for her like sometime next week when I finish this book.
yeah, I'll see if I can send you her link, or I mean, I don't know, maybe I can log into let's see.
Show your password, Cody.
Yeah, I mean, luckily, oh shit. I'm actually trying to remember my password.
It's okay. It's okay. You can do it another time. If you remember.
Oh wait, hold on. Okay, yeah. I think this is it. You guys can't see it, so I mean, there's that.
Yeah,
No, that's the wrong one. Oh, I know. It's this one.
Hey, do you guys know what Grammarly is?
Grammarly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see their ads on YouTube all the time.
Yeah.
Because I saw Dave, the Kindlepreneur dude, talk about that tool in one of his emails. He says that it helps people, check their work if they wrote their own books. I guess I got to do more research on it because I don't know.
I use it. I have actually an add-on on Microsoft Word. So basically, it checks all your sentences and all your like spelling and everything. So it's very good, actually. I would recommend you definitely.
Is it
especially
free?
if you're? Yes,
What's
it's
it
free.
called?
Awesome.
Grammarly. So if you just type in Google Grammarly, and then you can download it for Word. You can even download it for your emails.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one that Ollie recommends too is Hemingway app.
Okay, I haven't heard of Hemingway yet. No.
Yeah, so Ollie recommends using either this or Grammarly. I think Grammarly is probably bigger. They have got to make money somehow. I don't know how Hemingway app makes money, but it's like the same kind of thing. Like you can come in here and like fix just copy paste your writing in here, and you can see all the errors and stuff. And so this is a cool way to go. But this is the pro. You guys can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is the profile from the lady. You can see like the job was $50. She actually only charged me $40, so I got a $10 refund on it.
That's nice.
Yeah, and like I don't know, like in 99% job success, she's earned over 20,000. She's had almost 500 jobs on here, and she says she's in Beverly Hills, which is like, how is she doing stuff for $5 an hour in Beverly Hills? I don't even know.
Maybe she's like a bored millionaire.
Yeah, I don't know how to send you guys a link.
She's married to a celebrity.
Oh, is this the profile link? Can I copy this? Yeah, let me copy that, and then does this work? And then I'll just add it to the chat here. Yeah, you can see her hourly rate here is $5 an hour. So I'll put this in the chat here. Hold on one second.
She probably just does this for fun or something.
Yeah, there we go. Send it to you guys.
All right, cool.
So yeah. And then scrambling and Hemingway.com. Okay. Cool. I'm just keeping some notes here for us, guys.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So let's see. Anyone else want to go?
I just had a question. Is proofreading and editing, is that the same thing, or is that two different things?
So it's two different things. So proofreading is like going through something and like just checking for like typographical errors. Usually like this word is spelled wrong, or there's a typo, or you have a duplicate sentence or duplicate word or something like that. Right. Editing is where they look at it and they say, okay, this sentence could be reworded differently to sound better. Mm-hmm. Right?
Oh, gotcha.
So like editing, they'll look for like, okay, in this sentence you say the word, I don't know, she's like soda can twice for whatever reason. So you're echoing, so you need to get rid of it once, you know, and like, or you switch around the word order and stuff like that to make it better. So she does both of those.
Okay.
Which is pretty nice. Like the document had over 100 corrections. She's not the only editor though. Like I said, she's not super friendly, but she did good work and she did it fast. So there's probably other editors on there too. If you guys post a job, you're gonna get a lot of people that'll apply probably. And I had several people that tried to like post offers for like over $100, like $200 to $300 to edit the book, and that's 25,000 words, you know. But why wouldn't I go with her? So.
Okay.
Okay.
Josh?
Let's see.
Yeah. There's another thing I forgot to say in my update. I updated one of my listings, and I implemented Emeka's like 10x your keyword strategy. Are you guys doing that too, or?
I don't remember that.
Whoa! I didn't hear that. Did we lose someone?
No, I was waiting for one of y'all to talk.
I heard someone, but it sounded like a tornado for some
reason. I think we all like said the answer at the same time.
Oh yeah, so my question was, are y'all using Emeka's 10x your keyword strategy in your listings?
Yeah.
I haven't even heard of it.
Oh wait, when you publish your book and then you type in those 7 blanks, like you do that strategy, you mean?
Yeah. And those 7 blanks, you fill it up with as many keywords as you can, but don't use the same keywords that are in your subtitle or your title. So I updated one of my listings to that, and I still haven't noticed any increase in sales. Yeah. So
because now
I did it anyway.
Amazon looks at your metadata, like what's the actual content of the book. Like what you're doing is semi keyword stuffing.
Yeah. It is because you're keyword stuffing in the 7 text box.
It doesn't work anymore.
Okay.
Anyways, I want to hear from Govinda. So how are you?
Yes. Yes, actually, so I started, just to give you a little background. So I started basically Kindle publishing officially just beginning of this year. So I joined Emeka's course in December, and I knew about Kindle publishing since Stefan's time when it was quite popular, but I was dabbling a lot, and I didn't understand. I didn't take any action. Then in 2018, I bought the first Kindle publishing course I had from an Italian guy. He's also very well known, but he stopped doing Kindle publishing.
Oh, that's the Big Luca.
Yeah, Big Luca. Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah.
So he stopped doing Kindle publishing, and then I was looking then, to find an updated course. And in YouTube there's so much about Emeka because he makes so many tons of videos. So that's how I found him, and then I thought, yeah, I'll just make a start.
Actually, big bite. Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead, please. Sorry.
Yes, and then actually I started in basically December. I wanted to make a start, but it didn't work out well. I was still not doing anything, and then now in January, I just joined the Blueprint Academy, and I've already I've just got one book back from Urban Writers, but to be honest, I didn't like the quality, so I'm gonna send it over for revision and also add maybe another 10,000 words to it. Yesterday I've sent out an outline in order for my second book.
Nice.
Yeah, so I haven't published anything yet, but hopefully.
How many words did you order? Did he tell you 25K?
Yes, he recommended 25K. What the book I've got back is 25K, but I think it needs much more details. So I'm adding another 10K basically, and also getting a revision done because I don't like the quality. I don't know. It's a little bit strange.
I had the same problem, dude. I ordered mine, and I was really disappointed with the quality, and that's why one of the reasons it took so long, because I went back to him and I said, hey, I get a revision on this, because I actually went through to read the book. It took me a few days, and I'm like, some of this stuff is really bad, and like just fluff, and some of the sentences were off, and so they had me go through and highlight. They said, well, highlight all the problematic content and send it back to our team. And so I did that, and it took me and my girlfriend like 6 hours to go through the book and highlight every change that, I mean, and not like little tiny details, but like, here's this paragraph is talking about stuff that wasn't even in my book outline. This paragraph should be talking about these things. And like, we went through and did that. I sent it back to them. It took them a few weeks to get back to me. And like, they had done like, cause I think this is 25,000 page or 25,000 word book. It's like 72 pages in a Word doc, in Word. And they had done through like page 30. So all the comments through the first 30 pages were done, and then all the comments for the last 30 pages were just completely untouched. And then, so then I had to email in, and I was like, hey, what's going on? Why didn't you do the last half of the book? And they're like, oh, well, your comments were too vague. I was like, my comments were very specific. Did you read them? And I like took screenshots of them and sent it to him. And then like the guy who sent me that never emailed me again. And they're like, oh yeah, we'll get on doing the other part of it for you. And then they actually did. And so now it's back, and it's actually pretty good, and I'm pretty happy with it. But it's been a pain, dude.
And that's what I'm thinking. Like I've got it basically last week Friday. So Thursday, it was meant to be received on last week Thursday. Then it didn't come, and I just emailed them. I didn't receive a response. I just received the book. So that all of a sudden it went ready. And maybe like when I sent the book, after 2 weeks, it went on to update that it's being proofread and edited. So I found it a little bit strange. But because I didn't have time so much in Kindle publishing, so I thought, okay, I'll just wait until the date comes. Because because I ordered the book, first book, just before the course. Before I started the Blueprint Academy. And so I received this, let's say, in about 3 weeks. The book 3 to 4 weeks. So basically a month ago. I ordered the book basically 1 month ago from today.
It usually
and yeah, I received the book last week Friday. I just had a look with my phone and just went through it, and I didn't like the quality, to be honest.
Really?
And then I didn't really check it because I wanted to write my second book. I didn't go really well with the prioritizing it, because Mecca was also telling us to get our outlines done and everything. So I didn't pay so much attention. But then I actually had looked through it again, and man, you pay so much money, and the quality is not great. I mean, my outline was not really that great as well, and detail as well. But I mentioned what I wanted to have in the books, and I mentioned one book which I really liked in the same niche and with the same keyword, and I said, it should be like similar to this book. And I sent my outline also to Emeka just for double checking. So after I've already, I ordered the book before I joined the Blueprint Academy. So, but then I recently, just 2 weeks ago, I just sent Emeka my outline, and he said it's okay. But now I'm seeing it's not great quality, and I'm actually going through the whole book. I'm skimming through the book, so I'm not going every step, but it's very quick to read. Even though it's 25k words, it's very easy to read. And I'm basically just before joining this call, an hour before, actually 2 hours ago, I was just going through the book and just checking, highlighting stuff, and just making notes what I really want to have. So I'm planning to send the revision over by tomorrow, and just get it done, and just get it high quality.
Yeah, just know that depending on how many changes are in your revision, it could take another month for you to get your book. I mean, that's
Really?
That's where I'm at right now.
That's crazy, man.
I ordered my book on December 8th. I got it on January 8th. I sent in the revisions by January 15th or so, and I finally got the final revisions last Thursday. And then I've spent the week or so getting it edited and waiting for them to format it. So it can take some time, man. It was problematic enough that I was I don't know that I'm gonna use Urban Writers again.
Did you guys get the top package?
I got the top package, yeah.
Same.
That's why I was so disappointed, because I'm I wanted to pay a little extra to get the top package, so I didn't have to deal with any of this stuff,
My name's Steph Buenos, and I want to welcome you to the K Money.
Oh, sorry. Someone's opening K Money Mastery.
There's some competition going on.
I'll share my experience. All right. So
yes.
Before I joined the Blueprint Publishing Academy, I actually did the parts of the K Money Mastery course, right? So that's why my first book is only 5,000 words. I paid $125 to get this book written. I didn't even send them an outline or anything, and that book already has made $184.
Whoa!
Wow!
Just in the past month. So one thing that I took away from Stefan that might help you guys out is that in his course he says that most people don't even read the book anyway.
That's true.
Really?
Yeah.
Most people probably read the first couple of chapters and not read the rest of it, and you're not likely going to get a negative review. I mean, you're very, very not likely going to get a positive review, but the chances of getting a negative review is a little bit higher than getting a positive review, but it's also very slim. And if you're doing review swaps, you're going to have at least 20 swaps on your book.
Yeah,
so it'll have social proof.
Yeah.
So what I do is I don't even read any of these books that are
me neither. I don't. That's because I got that from Stefan too. You're right. Who cares?
Yeah, Stefan in his course, he just straight up says it doesn't matter if this sucks, man. People are just gonna. All you need is the sale, and after that, whatever.
That's because he doesn't care about branding. That's the thing. You can do a sucky book and it would sell, but then there's you can't sell that brand.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. is the difference between Stefan's strategy and Emeka's strategy.
Yeah, I think it's. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
As I was saying, so yeah, that's the difference. Both of their strategies, but like it's just funny to me how Stefan's strategy to this day still works. Like I'm already cash flow positive on.
That's awesome.
And it cracks me up, man.
That's also why I'm like, if my goal is 30,000 words when I write, but I'm like after day 10, like whatever I finish, that's it.
Yeah, well, I think one of the things that really stuck with me from Emeka about why you want 25,000 words is the audiobook and how that's going to be.
Yeah, for sure.
With that, it's going to be 3 hours. Which,
by the way, no, 25,000 is not 3 hours.
30,000.
30,000 is 3 hours.
30,000. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Emeka was wrong there, but
damn it.
So another cool thing that I learned is, or not learned, but like. So this is what I learned from Emeka on our first call, right? With a higher count of words on your book, you're gonna get your ROI. Well, not your ROI, but you're gonna get money much faster. Like my 27.5 thousand word book has over $200 royalties. It has $286 royalties just in Amazon.com. But yeah, granted, it did cost a lot more to get that book, but over time, it's gonna like make you more money than my 5,000 word book.
A longer book.
Yeah, but the cool thing about the 5,000 word book is I'm cash flow positive already.
Exactly.
So
you're debating, yeah?
Yeah. So
Stefano Emeka.
I'm sorry. I think I missed. Why is the longer book making more money? Is it just because you can charge more for it?
Yeah, that's part of the reason.
Thicker.
You charge more for it, and also your audio. You're gonna get more money in the audio.
Yeah.
If it's 3 hours.
Is 3 hours the line? I thought 3 hours was the line. I haven't done the ACX stuff yet, so I don't know. I thought
so
because you can get royalties from a book that's longer than 3 hours.
Would be a lower price point, like $3.99, I think, or something, or $5.99, and then 3 hours and above would be like $12. Like that's a big difference.
So the paperback as well, right? You can charge more for the paperback as well, I guess.
Not really. That's your control. Like, because in ACX you don't control the price.
Okay.
They control the price, unless you're like
That's
Tony
interesting.
Robbins or like Warren Buffett. Then you can control the price.
So Janelle, you're shopping for ACX stuff right now.
Yeah.
How many words was your first book?
25K, and then I had. You remember how I had my lead magnet? I had a 5K word book made. And then I got forced to just, like give the workbook away in the audiobook.
In order to get up to 3 hours? That's what you had to do?
Yeah.
So Emeka was saying like to tell the people that you expect it to be 3 hours and read it nice and slow, but that doesn't work if you're at 25K?
Yeah, the thing is, like if you force them to do 3 hours, they're gonna slow it down. So like it's like for example, you're gonna read Little Potato Company, But then if they slow it down, it's gonna be like Little Potato Company, right?
Yeah, that's your point.
Yeah. Oh man.
Because mine was like 28,000 words, and then it was like barely at the 3 hour mark. It was like at 2 hours and 52 minutes. So then I have to go back and like, send them some additional stuff to like ramble about and all that stuff.
And like, so what is the price at over 3 hours? What is the price at under 3 hours? What is the big deal? $12, you said?
12 something.
Like
the difference
it was like a big difference though. Yeah, it's so worth to go over the 3 hour mark though.
Like the difference is huge, like over $7 if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it was like $14 and something cents versus like $8 and something cents.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like $7 difference.
Yeah, and like ACX is like 40% royalties if you have it exclusively on ACX and iTunes. I think it was 40%, right?
Something, yeah.
For the royalties.
Yeah, 40%.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's kind of a bummer. I feel like 25,000 words was probably more than I needed for my book, but I felt fine spending the extra because I thought it was going to hit that 3-hour mark, and now I find out I'm just going to be shy of it. Like I wish I'd spent a little bit more. You got a little bit more words in there, so it could be at that.
But when you review the book, and if it's like less than 3 hours, you could just like send them an additional like stuff to talk about.
Yeah, if you have like book 2, you can give them like a preview of book 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That sounds really good.
Yeah, you can say, you can have the narrator at the end say, you know, like this is a preview of my book 2. Blah 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 blah. You know, like sort of promote it too, right?
That's what a lot of people actually like. If you listen to audiobooks, that's what a lot of people do. That's a really really good idea.
Yeah.
That's a great tip. Yeah, that's awesome.
Anyways, I wanna if you guys don't mind, like my classmates, if you guys don't mind, maybe we can help out Govinda if you have any questions. You know, as your seniors.
Yes.
Do you have any questions? Anything you're struggling with? You know.
I'm just curious because you guys obviously mentioned about review swaps, and Emeka, from what I understand, he's kind of like at the stage where we are currently. He's kind of mentioning that he's deviating from swaps, and he's just going that we are just doing all the running Amazon ads. So is this still the case? I mean, you guys obviously have been there before. When it all really started with Blueprint Academy. So does it still apply?
Josh.
I've been doing swaps since day one.
Okay.
But yeah, because like with our class, it was like I didn't get the message that Emeka said not to do swaps. Like other people in the class did, apparently. Mm-hmm. So I just did.
Yeah, he kind of pulled a fast one on us. Like literally 1 week, he's like, okay, you guys are going to be doing swaps. I'm going to be switching to AMS soon, but you'll be like the last ones doing swaps. So start looking for a VA, and here's how it works. Mm-hmm. And then the next call, he's like, surprise, we're not doing swaps anymore. We're all just going to do AMS. Like, and like at that time, like he'd already told everybody to start looking for VAs and stuff. I think Jonelle already like paid for his swaps and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Like, so it happened. But like all these guys who have published, like Chris, Josh, Jonelle, all did swaps to start their books.
Here's my opinion on it.
Yes.
First, Emeka did that change because Jacob released this video. Like I think, or the Evolution.
Yes.
He released Evolution for free, and then he talked shit about Emeka doing review swaps or teaching review swaps. And then that week, like Emeka suddenly like, okay, don't do review swaps anymore. Like that was in reaction to Jacob. If look at the timeline, like that's exactly what he did.
Yeah.
What's that guy's thing called? It's like the evolution or something.
Yeah, the publishing evolution.
And then my second thing about that is, okay, if you don't do review swaps, that's fine. But would you ever buy something that doesn't have any social proof?
Obviously,
right?
No.
Like you might, but like if you see two different products, like this purple potato and this brown potato, like this purple potato has reviews, like they're like, it's good, like a lot of people are saying this is good, and this one is, maybe good, but you don't know. You'll probably buy the purple potato just because, like people say it's good. So that's social proof. You need social proof. And other than that, I was handing it to Josh just because he's the one who told me this. This is from Josh. Like, it's not about the reviews even. It's about the purchases.
Yeah, well, the reviews give you social proof, like what Janelle mentioned. Yeah. But like another cool thing is that even if you're not gonna get your account's not gonna get shut down, you're at least gonna get a warning. So you might as well like utilize the warning.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound safe, man.
They're not gonna shut you down without warning you and telling you like, hey, you're not allowed to do this. They're not gonna do that, man.
Yeah.
If anything, they're gonna at least tell you that, hey, you can't do this, and then from that point on, don't do any review swaps. But for now, since you're new, just do review swaps.
Yeah. and then the purchases will, like boost you to page 1. Seriously.
Yeah. So Emeka's
purchases are the ones that like give you the good ranking now these days. It's not
exactly.
like
The
back
review swaps.
then it was like totally different when you had to like get reviews that that influenced your ranking, but now it's just like mostly sales.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So you like keep starting off with some sales, and then you get a little bit of social proof out of it.
Yes. Yes.
So, one thing I have not experienced yet is I heard that eventually Amazon's going to remove those reviews. I haven't experienced that yet. I don't think anybody here has experienced that yet.
Dude, I got this fake
I've
review,
experienced
right?
it.
Like I got this fake review. Like mine is about like a psychological thing. It's a psychological book. And then somebody wrote, the recipes included are very good and healthy, blah, 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 blah. And I reported it to Amazon, and they're not taking it off.
So, Jonah, you said you got reviews taken off of your book?
Well, that was from a book that I published a year ago. That was like back when I was like first starting out, and I was in a different niche back then. But that was
Was it a swap?
Yes, yeah. So back then it was like they recommended like 40 swaps or something.
Yeah.
Like I had like at least over like 45 reviews, and they don't get removed like in like one time. It's like over time. So last time I checked it was like only one review left out of 40. So that was like a year time span.
Was that book making sales when Amazon removed those reviews?
No, it was a complete flop. Like it was
that's
like
probably
it made only a few sales. So probably that was also
because like it's not in Amazon's best interest to remove your reviews if your book is making them money too. So
yeah, true.
You gotta think about it like that. If you're doing review swaps and it's making sales, Amazon's not gonna be like, let me make less money.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's been some people also who were like making sales. Like this is from like what I heard. And then also some of their reviews got removed. Not like all of them, but just like one by one, a little bit. So I guess it really depends.
Yeah,
and I heard that also some people who got organic reviews also had those taken off. So it's like they're saying that Amazon doesn't really know the difference between a fake review and an organic review. So some people also complained that some of their organic reviews were getting removed also.
Oh. So I know we only got a couple minutes left here, and this might be, I think, good for Govinda to see too. I just want to kind of check in. Josh, you told us some of your sales numbers and stuff. Jonelle or Jonah, do you guys want to share how your sales are doing?
Go ahead, Jonah.
So sales are not picking up as much as I wanted it to. Like I got a few sales, just like one each day, and then sometimes none. So it's been pretty inconsistent, and but I think I need to, like what we talked about at the beginning of the call, like increase the bid for the AMS. So that was kind of like my problem, was that I was just bidding too low and I wasn't getting enough clicks. Yeah. And
how many times is your keyword search according to KDP Rocket?
Wait, how many times what?
How many times is your keyword searched on Amazon as per KDP Rocket's data?
Oh, that I can't remember. Like my main keyword of the book, or like the general keywords that I put on the AMS.
I guess your main keyword, like the one that's in your title. You still put the keyword in your title, right?
Not on the book cover, but yes, yeah. The keyword is in the title, in the metadata when I publish it. But I can't exactly remember the number because I did the search like a couple months ago back when we were starting out. So I can't remember the exact, number of searches on the KDP Rocket.
I'll tell you mine. So I'm not the keyword, but I'll tell you how many searches it had. For the 5,000 word book, according to KDP Rocket, this keyword had over 25,000 searches on Amazon.
Oh, dang.
Wow.
And you still make money.
Yeah, so I feel like my keyword research is what's really helping me make profit. It's not really like probably the content of the book or any of that.
Yeah, it's keyword research. Yeah.
So Josh, it has 25,000 monthly searches. What are the number of results, like 1,000, 10,000.
637 number of competitors.
Oh, it's underutilized.
Yeah, you found
I would
like a
suggest you
golden
write
niche,
another
dude, or
book in
golden
that
keyword.
niche.
Yeah, so that's why I always try to do this for like every book. Well, it's gonna get harder and harder to do this, but like I think that this is why I say I think I just got lucky, because like I found a keyword that gets searched over 25,000 times and only has 637 keywords or competitors. And my other book, my second book, has a search volume of Amazon of 428,000, and it only has 491 competitors.
Nice.
Jeez,
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
So
that's
where do you-
really good. Yeah.
How do you find these? I mean, like,
I'm just using a mecha strategy.
yeah, but a mecha strategy is like think of something you know about and then like type it in and see. Like, and it's like I thought of all the shit I know about and I didn't find anything.
Yeah, so you have to get really lucky with that also.
Yeah, you know?
I think it's all about like I've watched a couple of videos of I know I haven't got any results yet, anything, but just look at also at Jacob's videos like on YouTube. That's what I've been checking out. The way he does keyword research is also like it makes you think more. Like for example, he's got a video. He's looking at CBD, and then he sees like he looks at books of CBD, and then he looks sponsored books and what has been recommended, and from there he picks up like keywords, and then one thing leads to another, and that's I think how we be able to find profitable keywords. Maybe that's like something you can check.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of his stuff, so I should check that all out. And just keep in mind that like Josh has some killer keywords, obviously.
Yeah.
Chris, who's usually on our call, is not here tonight.
Yeah, Chris is like totally opposite. He only has like his keywords have like what I can't
Like
remember.
200. He's like 200 to 400 searches.
Yeah.
Like he's making money, like good money, off of books that are only have like 200 to 400 monthly searches.
That makes me think.
Yeah,
but he said it was like mostly his AMS strategy was the one that was like getting him the sales.
Is it?
Well, I think that's what he said. Just like his AMS strategy.
I don't know. It's probably all of it. I mean, so.
Yeah, my goal is to be good at like every step of the process. I don't want to just be super good at keywords and then do okay at everything else and just rely on that.
Yeah. I think that's one of the reasons that like I think also Govinda like kind of looked at the book and like this is our investment, like this is our thing. Like we want to like, or at least speaking for myself, like I want the book to be as good as possible because I like if I'm going to spend all the time researching the keyword, spend the money on the AMS, I want to have as good a product as possible, so people are really happy to read the book. And
that's a good way. That's a good way to think.
Yeah, it's all about brand building. Like I'm thinking as well. Like I had like buying a domain. I'm looking for good names. Also, I'm thinking about should I have the brand name or the author name? I'm thinking about brand name because when I look at the other searches, everyone has an author name, so maybe that will stand out, and things. So that's something like I'm still like thinking.
Yeah, I think like it's going to depend on if like you want to stay in that niche. If like you have multiple keywords in that niche that you're going to stay in, then go for the brand strategy. Like for me, for my first book, I just found the first most profitable keyword I could find. I don't think there's any other profitable keywords in my niche. So I don't know that I'll be staying there. So I don't know if I'm going to do a whole brand building strategy around it. I mean, I'm still doing everything that Mecca said with like the lead magnet and emails and stuff. But if I found a niche like I think Chris has, or maybe Jonah or Josh, I forget one of you guys, like you're publishing multiple books in the same niche, then I'd totally do that, right?
That's really like one thing, like because I'm just starting, right? And I asked the Mecca about, if we use Aweber and things like what email address should we use? And he said, buy the domains. So because of that reason, and I'm also like, publishing like 2-3 books on the same niche, and also I want to create a bundle. So that's why I'm thinking if I'm buying the domain already, I might just, at least do some blog posts, create a website and just try it out. at least, at the end of the day, maybe I will create some brand, or there will be some people who will subscribe to it, and maybe I can use it in the future, even if I can't use it now. But at least I've made the try. At least I've tried something,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take action.
Domains are cheap, man. It costs $10 to go buy a domain, and I mean, you could do like Jonelle said in a previous call, you can like connect Google to it to like get your email set up through them for like $5 a
if
month.
you get your domain from Google Domains.
But that's not true though, man. Like
really?
you can, yeah. Like I've had multiple domains with email hosted by Gmail.
Really?
It's just
How?
it's part of their Google App Suite. Yeah. At my work, at my company that I work at, everyone uses Gmail for their company, their office email. And we're not a small company either. We've got like 85 employees. It's $5 to use.
Can you message me later how you did that? Because I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, I actually did it for a buddy of mine a while ago. He bought his, I know because I helped him do it. He bought his domain on Namecheap, which is where I usually buy my domains, and then just connected the Google apps to it.
Dude, I didn't know that was possible, man. Thank you.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I'm actually checking out though because I don't want to spend $5 a month. I'm gonna check out. I've never used it before, but Zoho. They have like some competitive products to Google for like Zoho Mail and CRM and stuff, and I think you can get custom domain email through them for free. And if I can do that, I'm going to try that out because
please,
don't plan on
progress. Please share your progress with us.
Yeah, because I don't plan on sending a lot of like using it as like a normal email. I'm just using it for my list, so I just I don't need the benefits of Gmail for that. But yeah, so the point is, Govinda, like totally go for that. Just buy a domain for $10. Get that set up.
Yeah, that's what my plan is. Also, I'm just curious. I mean, I don't want to have exact figures or anything, but I'm just curious because you guys obviously started with the blueprint before me. Like, are you guys making already? Like, have you already guys made your 1K already?
Me, no.
A month or anything? Okay.
I recorded my. If you watch the recording, you'll see my sales data. I only made $204. For some reason, it was like $219 3 days ago, and then it became $204. I don't know how that happened. Maybe somebody returned the book. Maybe I don't know.
Okay, and how many books do you have? One book.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's good strategy to have more books, obviously, but then it's a problem with the writers, right?
Here's the way I see it. Every book you make following the Blueprint Publishing Academy would make you a minimum of $100 a month. Minimum, I think, without any ads or something. So if you have 10 books, you'll definitely make like $1,000 a month.
But would this be so? Are you talking about only ebooks, paperbacks,
Ebooks and paperback?
ACX?
ACX is a different animal.
Okay.
I'm only talking Kindle and ebooks. I mean Kindle and paperback.
Okay, that's
right. Well, you should release your book on all 3 platforms.
Yeah, that's according to Emeka.
Everybody says that. I've seen not just Emeka, but I've seen almost everybody say that.
Yeah.
What? I'm sorry. Go. What?
What was your question?
Oh, sorry. What did Josh just say? Sorry. I
said you should release your book on all 3 formats, and not just Emeka that, but like other people I've seen on YouTube say the same thing.
And I think there was a tip in the group too. Like if it's not making a lot of money and you're in like Kindle Select or whatever,
I said that tip.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, take it out of there and
Yeah, I got that from Cody and also the Mickelson twins.
You know what?
So this is what I usually do, guys. On my way to work, or anytime I'm in the car driving, I'll listen to usually I'll hit up the Mickelson twins YouTube while I'm driving, listen to what just random videos because we're both in the same thing, Kindle Publishing. They're more audiobooks, but a lot of the stuff that they say in their videos logically makes sense. I'll try some of their tips in some of my books. I'm mostly doing Emeka stuff, but I plan on mixing in like other people's juice in the.
Yeah. I mean, it's your business. You get to run it how you want.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
you have to keep diversity, I guess, right?
Right. So my suggestion to y'all, also follow some real good popular Kindle YouTube channel or something. Just like listen to it passively. If you find something good, like what I found, share with everybody else, and and we'll all like learn faster.
Yeah, we'll all benefit if we do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I can't really get the right.
You can share your keywords too.
Yeah. How about we do that? Like, you guys want to do that as like homework for next week? Like, everyone try to go find some tips.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
Cool. Right on, guys. All right. Well, we're past the time, so yeah. Hopefully, we'll see you all next week. And Govinder, you're going to join us again. Chris should hopefully be here again next week.
Yes, I will try. It's 3:00 in the morning.
Oh wow.
Holy smokes! Where are you at? Where are you located?
I live in London.
Oh,
I'm from the UK.
Hey, Jacob's there.
Yes.
Are you going to be able to get the UKMS ad or AMS account?
That's why I'm curious of, because that's where all the hype is at the moment, right?
Yeah.
UK, Amazon,
Hey, if you make a video tutorial on how to do it, man, I'll pay you.
I swear someone posted it somewhere in the Facebook group. I don't know which one, but someone posted that I'll pay you money if you set up the Amazon account for me, the UK account. I don't know. Have you seen that one? It's like jokes.
No, wasn't he like offering $100 or some big amount?
UK AMS accounts are like gold right now.
Yeah. That's like a completely different market, right? At the moment.
Yeah.
It's not like oversaturated like all the other ones.
That's what Sir Reg was saying. He was saying that
we're
focusing on
not saturated right now either, because it's still pretty cheap to run ads in the American market, but UK is even cheaper. Hell yeah. I wanted to.
That sounds good, man. Maybe I have an advantage, you know?
Yeah, you definitely will. You get a United Kingdom account.
Guys, follow Jacob. Come over here, guys. You can run ads.
Jacob's all about fiction nowadays, man. He's like always talking about fiction.
Oh yeah. He's like completely shifted to fiction now. Yeah,
it's like I have that inclination inside of me, that shiny object syndrome, but I'm like, no.
I'm looking to fiction as well, but obviously once you're more advanced, right? Yeah. Once you have more money.
I want to master one thing.
Yeah.
I mean, Jacob's cool, but like the way he deals present tense with everything regarding Emeka, like I'm not liking it. So
too much politics, right?
Yes.
So I'm like, okay, you know what? Like I'm done. I don't even look at evolution anymore.
See, it's funny because I've only ever looked at Emeka stuff. Like I only got time in my life for one YouTuber, one publishing YouTuber with all the other shit I got going on. I'm like, Emeka seems like a nice guy. I'll go with him. That was my entire thought process.
Yeah, just stick with him. Just stick with him. I mean,
because what he teaches works too. Like my second book is mostly Emeka strategy and made over 200 already.
My problem with evolution is the negative vibes. Like I just don't like it. Like it's not a good way to like it's not a good way to think. Hating on Emeka. Like what the fuck?
I to be honest, I'm just thinking like just follow Emeka's course, and if you find anything interesting in any other publishers, that's fine as well.
Yeah.
But don't get caught up with the politics. I don't know both of them personally. Yeah. I know Emeka from video calls, obviously, that we do. But I don't know Jacob, so I'm not involved in their politics. Yeah. They're way already ahead.
That's the best way to do it, actually.
Yeah.
I just initially made that mistake because like I talk a lot with Jacob, like we chat a lot, like he even gave me some juicy things.
Oh, you talk with Jacob?
Yeah,
wow.
A lot. Like we used to chat a lot. I tell him off whenever he talks shit about Emeka. As a person, like on a personal level, like me and Jacob are cool, but like like publishing wise, like I'm with Emeka all the way.
Do y'all know who Sean Darwood is?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like
also-
the six-figure publisher.
Yeah, I chat with him sometimes on Facebook. He's
That's
pretty cool. He's a
awesome.
YouTuber also.
That's awesome.
You guys have good contacts, yeah?
Just talk to them, man. My recommendation is just hit them up. Just chat with them randomly, like say hi.
Yeah, they're very accessible.
Yeah, that works. That's simple. Just say hi to them.
Wow.
That's how it starts. Yeah, they're very nice. None of them are snobs. Like I would say some of them are. I won't name names, but some of them are.
I never the Mickelson twins. Are they pretty cool?
Oh yeah, they are. Yeah, the Mickelson
Yeah, they're in the
twins are
group
awesome.
also.
Like I love them. I love those.
Like, they
guys.
hardly ever post though, so I thought they were like didn't want to be bothered. So
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's the thing, right? You think about them, how many people probably message them. So that's
Yeah.
why I like to shy away and not like disturb them. At least so let's think that way.
Here's a thing. I hope it stays between us, but like be wary of Bobby Kim. Like
that's definitely an evolution, right?
Cause,
Yeah,
like,
Jacob's
one time,
new coach.
Like he was talking to me, right? We were all with Jacob, like he's with Jacob, right? And he was talking to me, and he's like, you know what? Maybe you should tell us what Emeka's, like teaching over there in the academy. And I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. Sorry, like, and I'm like, okay, not trusting this guy, like, that's just not a good way to do things. So just be careful with him, like, just in case,
Interesting.
Yeah.
Like nobody good does that. Like
Right.
that's just my opinion. Like nobody good does that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, guys.
So
I'm
alright, guys, thank you.
I'm past my time. Yeah. So thanks everyone.
I'm
We'll
gonna
see you
post the
all next
recording
week. Yeah.
like in an hour. All right.
Cool.
Bye.
Sounds good, man.
Thank you,
Okay.
guys.
Sounds good.
Bye, everyone.
Okay.
Bye.